Ammonite, Ammonite, Ammonite. Hey everybody, welcome back once again to another Jurassic World here on a holiday. Who would have thunk that they would be releasing new aquatic creatures on a day such as this? But nevertheless, we will go ahead and, I'm just saying, I don't normally receive gifts on Martin Luther King Day. But, you know what? Ammonite is a welcome one at that. So, we will go ahead and we will bring in Suko. You know what? Actually, we'll bring in Spinoraptor and I guess Metro. So, here we are. And my goal is, by the end of the episode, we will have an Ammonite in the lagoon, and he will be doing his thing. So, while we're fighting for one of the smaller species to ever roam the Earth, did you guys happen to catch the reveal of the Titanosaurus over the holiday? Yeah, he came out. He was released to the public in New York, and I gotta say, he is a monster. I mean, I think we went over this a little bit the other day, but he's down on display in New York, and now that makes him not only the largest dinosaur on display in the world, right? But it also makes him the very first dino that, wait for it, he's made out of entirely 3D printed fiberglass. Yeah. How's that? How's that for dinos getting into the technology industry, right? Damn. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, actually, you know, when you think about it, there are little to no actual real fossils on display in the world anymore. And that is why, I mean, the reason they do that, basically, is because they want to represent the dinosaur to the public. But in case of any accidents or anything, the actual fossils are still protected behind the scenes. You know, that, and the whole idea of this. Do you remember a while back? Actually, this was so long ago, you guys have probably forgotten about it. But when we first did Jurassic Park Builder and Spinosaurus came out, I went into this long spiel about how the Spinosaurus skeleton was originally destroyed in Germany during World War II. Okay, because that's a German scientist had found the Spino in Africa, brought him back to Germany, and this was like over the course of a decade, okay? And then when the war broke out, the Spino skeleton was destroyed in the bombings, okay? They've never been able to find that piece of history again. And it's something that's been lost to time, you know? I mean, granted, they found parts of Spinosaurus, you know, here and there, but never what they did have, that big backbone and everything. So, I mean, this is a measure that museums take to preserve prehistory while entertaining the public and getting funds for future research. I mean, that's what you gotta do. As they say, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's what's getting done. Now, to give you an idea of the true height of the Titanosaurus, okay, one of his thigh bones alone measures 8 feet tall. 8 feet! So yeah, I mean, like, if you're the average height American, like 5'8" or whatever, so 2 feet above your head, that's how tall his thigh bone was. I mean, estimate that, like, between the ground and his shoulder, it would be, like, over 20 feet. So, if you happen to be near the American Museum of Natural History, definitely check that out. It's 122 feet of fun, and you'll never see another one like it in your lifetime, you know? So, getting back to the Ammonite. Ammonite! What we're fighting for here today. Literally, you know, no joke, there are actually people out there who, if they see an Ammonite in the museum, they will not look at it because they're scared to death of it. You know why? Because they look like little snakes curled up. No joke. I'm not even kidding you. I mean, it's funny because, like, Ammonite, he's related to a lot of creatures, but snakes, nope. I mean, it's funny what people will imagine in their minds and then, like, install fear into, you know? But, you know, go figure. You know, when was it? Like 2 weeks ago, I think. There was a landslide on the Jurassic coast, alright? And basically, for those of you who are familiar with the Jurassic coast in the UK, there are just hundreds of fossils, like, that can be found out there. Probably thousands, millions, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you just have to go and you have to search for them. That's why it's called the Jurassic Coast. And basically, the park, it's always encouraging people to search and find fossils, because otherwise they slip into the sea and they'll be destroyed. So, you know, whatever they find, they get to take home. And there was never a week for it like there was 2 weeks ago, okay? Because basically what happened was there was a mudslide, okay? And hundreds of Ammonite fossils were exposed in the Jurassic Coast, okay? So all kinds of people flocked to get out there and get to those. And pretty much everybody was coming away with a fossil. That's how many there were. I mean, like, you have a family of 5 coming out. Hey, honey, you know, we're gonna pick fossils for the weekend. And then every single one of them walks home with a fossil. You know, Dad finds 2, Johnny finds 2, Mom and Timmy find none. And, you know, they split the difference and they go home happy. It's just, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But yeah. So, apparently the area was like, I want to say like roughly 300 feet long, this area that was exposed. So, props to people for not taking more than one, I guess. But in a way, I mean, you should take as many as you can. Because, as the Jurassic Coast Heritage Site actually says, they will slip into the sea and be forever lost. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, granted, you're talking about picking near a coast, so there are certain dangers, and I'm sure that, like, not every single one is, like, as simple as stepping out of your car, bending over, and starting the ignition and walking away. Or driving away, rather. But, yeah. I don't know. So, with that, it's time to finish off this hybrid punk. Put him in the ground. You're done, son. Let's move along and claim our victory, as the Ammonite pack is now ours. Ah! You can feel the excitement. Feel it! It's there! It's just a touch away! And then, like, the game force closes and it's lost and we never see it. Has that happened to anybody? That would suck. Jeez. I'm sure you could call it tech, though, or something. But $250. 250 bucks. A lot of DNA. And, of course, the star of the show, Mr. Ammonite himself. It's a rather large Ammonite, I do believe. That might be as big as a freaking dunkel. And, that is a cave resider, I'm sure. Like, literally, large enough to occupy an entire cave. Or cavern. Where's the line between cave and cavern? Do you guys know? I don't know. But, so, we're not waiting around for 3 days. I'm sick of waiting. We have a ton of rewards. We're just gonna go ahead and claim them. And, there he is! Ammonite! Ammonite! Welcome! To the lagoon, sir. Behold, His Majesty, the King. The featured animal of the day. It's becoming, like a, like a buffet bar, you know? It's like, okay, Styx is on tap, and then Megalodon, and now Ammonite! Actually, vice versa, but yeah, you know what I mean. So, here he is, just floating around. Why don't you stand still, guy? I'm trying to, like, actually talk to you, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna float around and do my thing, because that's what I do. I'm from the Devonian area, straight up. What a rat. You know, I mean, I guess he does deserve to do what he wants to do, after all. Because he is, like, one of the oldest living species on the history of the planet. Probably because he can do crap like that. Yeah. Eating the fishies. Ammonite style. Right? Just using your squid-like tentacles to wrap and trap those fish and, live another day, right? Yeah. I'm not kidding. Ammonites, they actually lived in the Devonian era, and they became extinct right around the time the dinosaurs did. The squid-like features that you see there, that actually did evolve into the octopus and squid that we see today. And let me just finish leveling him up really quick, and I'll tell you something else very interesting. Ammonite, actually, sort of in his own little special way, is a cousin of the Indominus Rex. Yeah. I'm not even kidding you. Even though he doesn't have the power of the Indominus Rex, which is kind of sad. I mean, I thought that as a legendary creature, he would certainly have something in the 500s at least, at a level 40, but nope. Very low. So, be forewarned, if you're going to level up anybody, don't level up Ammonite right away. You might want to go towards Megalodon or Styx, who are way better. But, yeah. Use that DNA wisely, you know. So, how is Ammonite a cousin of the Indominus Rex? Well, if you remember right, Indominus Rex, some of the DNA that was used in Indominus Rex was that of a cuttlefish, which Ammonite actually descended to, or evolved to, or has genetic relatives of today that include the cuttlefish. So, Ammonite became the cuttlefish, which in turn gave his DNA to the Indominus Rex. There it is, the stepladder to a monster. It all starts in the Devonian era with that punk. So, moving right along, let's just kind of check in and see how some of our other Lagunian creatures are doing today. Megalodon, he is very, very close to leveling up to a level 40. We have him and his 20 cousin, who eventually will become 1. Styx, I've been wanting to move. I've been wanting to evolve Styx for quite a while, but unfortunately, he's just not worth it at this time. It's much better to evolve your Megalodon first. So that's what we're looking to do. And where's Dipper? There he is. There's Dippy! Dipillator. Look at him. He looks like he got punched by a baseball bat in his nose. Just, it's all bloody now because he leveled up to a level 20 off screen. And, yeah, he's tired of being picked on, isn't he? I'm sorry, Dippy. It's just so easy, you know? You're the odd man out. And you're the new kid on the block at the same time. How the hell did that happen? I don't know. But, you're here. You're interesting. Get used to it. He's only gonna max out at 389. Wow. That's so sad. So, yeah, I know. There were 2 hybrids that came out. We've been working on it off screen. We're not quite there yet, but we have leveled up our Desung. He is at a 40 right now, so we'll go ahead and take a look at him. Look at that guy. There's a lot to be said there. Suko, he's not quite there yet. We can take steps to get him there. I think we need... How many do we need? quite a bit. Like 8? We need to buy 8 more Sukos before we can get him to a level 40. So we have a ways to go in that regard. I think I'm gonna kind of bank on getting some legendary packs here in the future. And I know what you're thinking, right? Troodon tournament is over. Oh, well, we gotta get going here in a second. Troodon tournament is over. How do we finish? Not good. Not good. I did get a legendary pack that I opened off screen, but yeah. I didn't invest the time that I wanted to into the tournament, and I blame myself for that because I've just been uber busy as of late, and yeah. So that's really no excuse. We should have had our Troodon, but unfortunately we did not. So, did you get a Troodon? How do you like it? Let me know in the comments below, and until then, we will see you guys next time here in another Jurassic World.